Hi everyone, welcome to another YouTube video and welcome back to the Dating Life series, Dating Life episode 2. Now what am I going to talk about in this episode? Well, in this episode I'm going to be talking about just the two things in this one today, mainly. I talked about one thing a lot in the last one I think, but anyway, I'm going to talk about my worst ending to a relationship. I had something on my face then. My worst ending to a relationship, and again I'm just going to put updates of my current situation relationship wise and what's happening. So yeah, let's get on with it. Now the one more I'm going to talk about, the worst ending to a relationship. It's going to be a hard one to do for me, because this relationship was, I want to say, 9 years ago now, 2013, and the way it ended was just horrible. The way it was set up to end and all was just probably, it broke me so much at that point. It doesn't affect me much as now, because it's that long ago, it's been 9 years, but it's still a hard thing to talk about. I won't sit here and cry, but it's still hard to talk about, kind of thing. So this relationship I'm going to talk about, it's my second longest relationship, and the longest one is 6 months, which I'll talk about in probably episode 3, maybe 4, or some video down the line. But this one was my second longest, from 4 to 5 months. It didn't hit 6 months like my longest, but it was so almost closing in on it, almost. This girl I dated, through a mate of mine at the time. Because he was at the same time dating her friend, but they were dating beforehand. And then they were already dating. Me and him had a lot of good times, and you know, she had this friend, and she said to him, we were all hanging out in town. I met her that day. She was single, I was single, and those two were in a relationship. And they were trying to get us together, you know, like you do at the ages of 17 and 18 and all. So I was 17 at the time. She was older than me. I can't remember how old she was older. I think she was 18, 19. I might not be 19, but she was older than me. She wasn't in her 20s, but she wasn't much older than me, by a year or two or something like that. But yeah, they managed to get us together. We started dating that day. She's with her being the only probably second longest relationship I did. There was some sleeping together, but it was mostly at my house. I won't go into too much detail on that, but I think at one point she wanted to try for a kid. Like, yeah, like that was a young age to do it. Like, my mum was 17 when she had me as well. You know, I almost was the same age, but that never went through. It was actually going so well. She was always up at my house a lot. At one point, me, her, my mate, and his missus at the time came up to mine. We had a laugh, had a drink. Me and my mate, who I'm currently talking to at the moment, but I won't bring that on social media and say why, but we hit their tobacco tin. Was more of a smoker at that time, and hit their tobacco tin, and had them looking around the house for it. It was funny. We had a right laugh, you know. But it is what it is. They got told off by my dad and his friend at the time, which I didn't mean to do, but it happened. But it was all going so well. I was starting to look for my first job at that point, because at that point I didn't actually work. I didn't have a proper job. The only experience I had behind me was my work experience. Like, no proper legit work behind me at that point. So that's what I was doing. Yeah, it was all going so well. I had a little disagreement with my parents at one point during the time of this relationship, and before I had this disagreement with them, she said, "Oh, do you want to come see my auntie and uncle for a day out and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." So I met her. I didn't meet them that day. That's what I was going to say, but I had a disagreement with my parents later on that day, and then what happens was she comes up to me and says, "Do you want to run away?" Like, she said to me, "Do you want to run away?" This is how it all ended. This is the start of, was basically the start of the end. Me being a stubborn teenager at that time, said yeah, and we ran away. She wanted to take my sister, who was only a baby at the time. I said no, because that would have gone too far. But so we left with just me and her. I was told I was going to a town called Bridlington. No, we went a lot further down. In fact, a good few hours further than that. But yeah, I was at our aunties and uncles for weeks and weeks. My mum and dad was trying to get me back, as parents do. You know, that's what parents do. They try and get their kids back. They did everything they could to get me back. I was just being too stubborn, and I felt happy at that time. I felt really happy. But deep down, I wasn't as happy, because my parents were hurting, but I was happy that I got the freedom. But not that I hurt people. But one night, the auntie and uncle got a phone call from my mum and dad and all that. Long story short, they went down to the police station. And yeah, they got worried, and then we found out that a cousin of mine lives nearby. I want to say 2 hours away from them. So there's people coming. I don't want them seeing me do video. They arranged to drop me off to my cousins that day. And it was the first time in a long time I've seen that particular cousin. I spent a couple of nights with them. And I did, and then my mum and dad came all the way up to my cousins and managed to talk me into going home with them. So I went home with them, back to where I belong, and yeah, people were saying if she loves you, she'll come back as well, kind of thing. And then I eventually got home, because it was a good few hours away. I think we even stopped for a KFC. Somebody that loves KFC. But yeah, sorry for the walk around, guys. There's no people about. But yeah, I'll finish this video in here actually, because walking back. But yeah, I went back home that day. During the night, she basically thought I didn't care about her and finished me. At one point I did try and get back to her, but I failed. But yeah, she finished me. She said it in the worst way possible. She called the police saying I made threats when I didn't. So yeah, it was all madness. But the way it ended really hurt me. Like she turned so cold towards me when I decided to come back home, and it really, really hurt. Like really hurt. But yeah, it is what it is. That's, to me, that was the worst way a relationship could have ended. That's one of the worst ways any relationships ended for me. I would tell you other reasons of other endings, but they're pretty silly. Mainly. So yeah. And this video is going to be a bit longer because I said I'll give an update, so I'll give the update. The update is I am still on dating apps. I'm talking to some girls. The video cut off there. Oops. But I need to do this last part for it. I'm on the dating app still. I'm slowly starting to talk to more people on there, girls obviously. I'm hoping it goes somewhere. So yeah, it is what it is. I didn't mean for the video to cut off there, guys, but I'm gonna end the video there now. Don't forget to give it a like if you like the video and you can relate, you've been through some similar stuff. If it's not for you, dislike, I won't be offended. Like, dislike, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you all in the next video. I've got a gaming video uploading right now, FIFA 22, and I've got this one, the dating life, and a couple, about 3 more to do today. I won't say what they are. I'll actually leave it a surprise. Take care, guys. Goodbye for now.